When you're saying that producing a film like this is more difficult than conceiving it, I mean, if I understand you correctly,
Yeah, in a way.
that would hold, yes, if it was, you know, a conventional producer, somebody who's already producing films, yes. Because we did try to take the script, we were looking for co-producers. We did take the script around. And the reaction that we used to get, because the script is exactly the way the film is, more or less. So the response we got was that people said that it is not possible to make this film. So they were not willing to believe in it, you know, in the sense that it was possible in the current environment to make something like this. We were always planning to co-produce it, so we were on board. But I'm not exactly that kind of a producer, you know. So it's not as if it was Yash Raj or Venkatesh deciding to take a bold step like that. But we were kind of collaborating, because I was also informally working on with Amitabh on Bishar Blues. So the idea had been growing with us for a very long time. So I became a producer because I wanted to make it possible. So we were kind of on the journey together on this idea for a long time. So it was kind of inevitable. So having the courage to decide, I was very much driven with the need to see it happen. You know, when somebody is telling you that something is not possible, then what would it mean to actually work and see it happen? Forget the question of whether it could be distributed, released and all that. People thought it couldn't be produced, I think it couldn't be made. Because it is dealing with a subject which is so potent, it is saying things which are normally people would be very squeamish about. It has full-on nudity, it has actors involved, and you know, a lot of things. That desire was there to sort of, you know, see if it can actually happen. I don't think that there is any doubt. I mean, even hardcore business people I have talked with, there doesn't seem to be any doubt in their minds that this can actually make money. In fact, some people, you know, I mean, it was almost like they wanted to insult me, is what I felt. The way they were saying is that they looked at me after the screen. You know, one person I knew in Delhi looked at me. I've been known him for a long time, and said, "Oh, you're going to make a lot of money, Putul." So the thing is that when you look at the film in the uncensored form, really, I mean, and by that logic, it's not that expensive a film. It's capable of making many more times worth of its money. But you see, we get handicapped because we're not able to show the film as it is, because of the censorship laws. And you know, even satellite, today on satellite TV you cannot show an adulterated film. So we are kind of right now in a very you know, bound position. I'm very confident that if some of the shackles are loosened on the film, we will make profits on this film of a very big order. You know, now how and when that happens and so on. We're also about to release in Kolkata, and there is already a buzz. We've just had one film society screening, that's all. One, you know, Satyajit Ray Film Institute students have had a otherwise it hasn't really been a screening. But people have heard about it, I'm receiving emails about it. So you know, even the censored version, I'm expecting that if it's given half a chance, it won't do very badly. Because this film is very much in the popular mold. In fact, earlier when you were talking to Amitabh about whether it is a commercial film or not, even the conventional distributors I have spoken to look at this as a mainframe film. I mean, they're looking at this as a film which has huge possibilities in the districts as well. And since Bengal is a one-city state, you know, if you're really looking at a commercial film or a mainstream film, you have to be having a film which can do well, not just in Kolkata but outside as well. But since this film is so rooted in the culture of I mean, it's coming from the grassroots, right? And the form is, this time the form is very popular. So it's very accessible to, in fact, the one screening we had here, I got a very interesting response as to what are the kinds of people who are getting attracted and are responding to the film. So this has huge possibilities, and this is something distributors have told us when we've shown the film. It has huge possibilities in the districts as well. So I am looking at it very much as a mainstream film.
You look at you know, mainstream commercial film, you're talking about the items and the glitz and the glamour and stuff like that, you know. So in a small budget film you have done a sex spectacle. वो आप उसका स्पेक्टेकल की बात कर रहे, मैं सेक्स का स्पेक्टेकल बना के खड़ा कर दिया, अब देखो क्या अच्छा लगता है. It's like that. Have you seen a spectacle? No. This is one. Now see which spectacle you want to see.
We are operating in a depressed market at the moment. Where no, as I said, there's no real. People don't want to take risks. They want to, and one of the strong points of this film, which is also its drawbacks, is that it is like no other film. I think whether you like the film or you hate the film, you have to accept that it's like no other film. In many, many ways, not just the nudity part of it, in many ways, it's like no other film. So, that's a huge plus point of the film when the film comes out. Because people want to see something different. It's been a long time since people were really surprised. But the drawback of the film is that it has no other reference. You can't say the film is like that, it is like that. It has no parallels. So this is the drawback.
The problem with a film like this coming out from India is that there are no models for this. You and I know that it's an exceptional film. But this exceptionality has not been tried out in the marketplace yet. So you don't get the funding to release the film, right? So you have to start with very little money. Here also the state comes forward and says, okay, London will give you a screen. London is a big hall. They don't ask money upfront. Whatever the sense is very convenient for a person like that. Because of London, then you have 6, 7, 8 other halls which give you one show or 3, 4 shows. You start showing the film, right? Now this showing of the film like this and the social media becomes an advertisement for things to come. So I am looking at the initial release of the film as an as a way of, because in any case I am showing the film which is a truncated, censored film, right? So that let people see the censored film, get to know of what the original film is like. So it is for me a step unpeeling of the onion. Maybe there is nothing but the skin, there is nothing inside, maybe. But it is a journey which I am taking.